Hello, good evening. Welcome to Strength and Swings in Bars and Bells studio. My name's Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
This is Ian. And we're in the midst of a little bit of a renovation, so we're in a different angle today. So the lighting might be a little off, but we'll be back to our normal angles later this week. We just have the final touches. The final touches on our reno.
Space.
So we're going to get started with our nice warm-up. Tuesdays is often our clean and our presses kind of day. So let's get right into that. Well, no, let's not get right into it. Let's warm up first. We're going to lie on our back. Come on down. Lying on your back. Oh, probably feet flat on the floor. Chin tucked. Oh, this feels so good.
Let me catch up here. Let me get right back down.
It feels so good I can't even talk while I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
Mouth closed, nose open. Breathe in and out the nose, hands on your belly. As you take your first couple breaths here, can you feel your belly hand rising with an inhale and falling with an exhale? And if the answer is no, figure it out and start doing it.
That's rude.
So nice inhale, filling that belly, filling lungs, but then expanding into belly. Exhale, belly falls. Take a nice inhale through the nose. I want you to hold your breath here for 4, 3, 2. Exhale through the nose. 4. Hold empty for 4. Keep your abs braced. I can punch you. Inhale, 4. Hold 4. Exhale 4. One more round. Hold 4. Punch in the stomach. Inhale 4. Brace abs. Hold for 4. Same thing. Keep that tension. And last exhale 4, 3, 2, and relax. Throughout the class, thinking about that nose breathing, even as we recover from our swings or cleans, trying to breathe that way. We're lying on our back here. We're going to bring one leg up and gently grab the back of the knee, looking at our ankle. I'd like you first to point your foot with relaxed toes. So toes don't do any work right now. Then pull the foot towards your shin and still quiet toes. They're just along for the ride. Do that again. Point your foot, quiet toes.
What is quiet toes?
Pull your foot towards you. Don't use your toes. Your toes are just sleeping. Now, I want you to point your foot again and tighten your toes like you're trying to pick up socks up off the floor.
Those aren't quiet toes.
No. So grip those socks. Now keep the socks gripping as you pull the back of the foot towards your shin. Keep your socks. Keep your socks. Pull as much as you can. Hold. Try to pull a little more. Keep the socks in your foot. Point again. Full point. Once you get to your full point, pause. Re-grip your socks. Try to point more. Keep your point and pull your foot to your shin. Don't drop your socks. Keep them in there. Keep pulling foot to shin. 3, 2, come to a neutral foot. Just relax your toes. Shake it out. We'll do the same thing on the other leg. One knee comes up. Gently extend a little bit. First, quiet toes. So no active toes as you point. They're just along for the ride. Your ankle's doing the work. Pull the foot towards you. Do that again. Point. Full point, but trying not to use your toes, just your ankle. And full pull, trying not to use your toes, just your ankle. Go back to your pointed foot. This time, pick up your socks with the bottom of your toes. Hold your socks as you grip and as you pull it back to that dorsiflexion. Keep holding onto those socks. Pull your foot towards your shin. Now go back to that fully pointed foot again. Keep holding your socks. Try to point a little more. Relax the toes for a second. Re-grip socks. Point more. Keep the toes curled as you pull the foot to the shin. Keep your socks under your toes. Keep pulling your foot to your shin. 3, 2, one more full point, and then relax, shaking that ankle out. Nice. Bend that leg, return it to the floor. Back to the first leg, bring one knee up over your hip. Place your hand gently on your quad, and with a pointed foot and toes cramped, like you're picking up those socks again, fully bend your knee so it's fully bent, putting some tension across the front of your knee. Maybe hold that. 3, 2, now keep that tension, but try to straighten. Toes are still pointed. Try to straighten your leg fully.
What's up over there?
Oh, I just had a blank that I turned my mic on. Full extension at the knee. Point your foot. Keep your toes pointed. Knee straight. Hold. 3, 2. Now, pushing your quad into your hand. Curl that hamstring back. So go back to that closed leg, keeping your toes pointed. Closed leg. Fully close it. We're going to do it one more time. Relax for a second, but stay. Maybe relax your toes because they might be crampy. Okay, gather that tension again from your toes by curling, your foot by pointing, your knee bends fully, and then slowly straighten at the knee to a full straight leg. Pointed foot. From here, one internal rotation at the hip so that inseam hides, trying to show the outseam of your pants. Back to center, and then external rotation, show the inseam of your pants to your face. Back to center, straighten the knee again, and then bend it. Keep the foot pointed, keep the toes curled, fully bent. Hold it in the bent position, 3, 2, and then relax.
Ooh.
Shake it out. Same thing other side. Knee comes up, hand goes on the front of quad. First, we point our foot, we gather our socks under our toe cramp. Gather our socks under our toes, point our foot even more, bend our knee the most, and then slowly straighten. Against tension as you straighten to full knee extension. Toes are still cramped. Hold straighter, hold tighter for 3, 2, and then bend that knee, hamstring, hamstring, hamstring. Back of the knee closes all the way to full close. Pause in that full close position, hold it, and then relax it. Pull. Now, gather it back up. Close the knee. Point the foot. Crunch the
Grip
toes.
those socks. Holy.
And then last extension at the knee to full straight leg. Once you're full straight leg, internal rotation, show your face the outseam of your pants. Knee straight. Back to center. External rotation, show the inseam to your face. Pointed foot, back to center, point more, straighten more, and then last control close. I like to think of the back of the knee pulling closed, back of my hamstring. Hold tight, 3, 2, and relax. Ha.
Do we have to move off the floor?
Oh, I don't want to, so not yet.
Okay, good.
Still lie on your back. Extend your arms first out to the side so you're like a T shape. Then bring one knee in over your hip like we've been doing. Let it fall slightly over your body, but your shoulders stay planted on the floor. And then slowly try to straighten that leg. Now, what's your foot doing? It probably doesn't want to point anymore. So let's flex that foot. Pull the foot to the shin. 3, 2, then bend the knee. Return it to center and switch sides. Knee comes over. Shoulders stay down as your leg falls a bit over. Knee slowly straightens. Pull the foot to the shin. Or bend the knee. Return it to center. You could do that again. Or if you want to join along for a little roly-poly action, we're going to actually roll all the way over. So
Nice.
Either continue those eagle overs or add a step. This time, if you're rolling with us, place your arms overhead gently. Your overhead is fine. Bend your first knee, bringing your knee over your hip. Let it fall over and start slowly extending at the knee to straighten, and keep letting that leg reach and reach and reach and reach and reach, so much so that you end up rolling onto your stomach. Oh, That's nice. Now, we're going to go back the way we came from. So we're going to bend that same leg. We're going to slowly reach it up towards the ceiling and reach over. And again, our leg pulls us over onto our back.
That looks like a reverse get up to me right there.
Reverse get up.
Yeah.
Preparing for Thursday. Knee comes in, other side, falls over. As you do this one, your leg pulls you. Your core works, but your arms are sleeping. Arms are tired. Notice the little wide leg. Then bend your same knee last time, pushing up towards the ceiling, rolling over onto your back. Reach. Oh, plop. Nice roly-polies. From here, we'll do a quick flip onto all fours. I'm sorry, now we move. Oh, you know the workout pants you wear, and they're just awesome, and you love wearing them. You're like, wow, I can do anything in these pants. These are not those pants. Just in case you were wondering. My microphone flips over on them. They're not high enough. They don't move well, but laundry wasn't done. Okay.
So Lululemon, if you're listening, Lauren would like a pair of size 6.
Yeah.
That fit size 12 legs. Because we're strong.
True.
We work out.
True.
Do you even lift?
I'll tell you another story about that after. But until then, spread your fingers out
Lulu,
wide.
if you're listening,
Pack your shoulders.
get it going.
Blood donation goes forward.
I wear the joggers, which I love to. Okay, excuse me. Go.
Gently shift your weight over your hands into the first knuckles of your hands, and then use the floor to push yourself back. And again, shift your weight forward. Where are your blood donations right now? They should be fully forward. Shoulders packed, elbows straight. Push your fingers into the floor to push back. One last time. Screw in hands, drift forward, push forward to go back. Sit back for the first time on your ankles. So right now you can see Ian's toes untucked, or his ankles are nice and, flat on the floor. Great. Just hang out here. Is this easy, hard? No biggie. Let's push our hips through and come back. This time we'll do a full quarter turn or half turn of those hands. So fingers face you, shoulders pull down.
Unless it's pieces of pie, it's always hard to know what's a quarter turn.
It is hard. Elbows are straight, gently sit back, keeping those fingers heavy. I like to think about my pinky finger, my ring finger, my middle finger, index, thumb, sitting back. Then gently bend those elbows and peel your hands up off the floor. Yeah, they're supposed to be like compression. They are Lulu, but they're supposed to be compression. Enough of that compression.
I'll have a product review video the next time.
Oh, sorry, we're sitting back on our ankles here, hanging out. Could we extend our hips, tuck our toes, and sit back on those ankles with tucked toes? Feeling out I like to push back on one side. That makes one foot stretch a little bit more. And then I like to kind of sit back on the other side, my big toe.
I'm rolling out on my pinky sides, then finding the middle, and just
nice.
playing with that a little bit.
Push through, extend your hips, squeeze your butt, untuck. Let's do one more wrist stretch. This time, fists down. Then pack those shoulders. Everything stays nice and straight. Let's do one hand at a time as we slowly roll. Okay, sorry. Keep a fist. Fist tight. Slowly roll over the back of your hand. Oh, I can't even go that far away from me. Now, check out. Look down. Do you have a fist still, or did you let go of your fist?
That index finger wants to open.
Oh, mine's my baby. Oh, my thumb can't bend. Now, focus. Pack your shoulder. Again, try to rotate that elbow or donation forward. Come back up on the knuckles of that hand. Other side. Fist, fist, fist. Roll over. And you know what? You don't have to get all the way to the floor. It's okay. That back of the hand might not get there.
So
Roll
again,
back.
Modifying on the wall.
One more time each side.
As I'll be demonstrating here.
Don't mess up my nicely
Or on a
painted
table,
walls.
I know, or on a tabletop would be a nice way to modify that drill. Just a little bit, because this is a little bit tough on the ground.
Last one.
But I love it.
Oh, I'm cheating a bit. My
That
hand's
false grip
opening.
with those rings, if you're ever in that.
And then shake that out. One more through our ankle squats. We'll sit back on those untucked toes, extend our hips, tuck your toes, rock back with or without hands. Toes first. Toes. Stand up on toes. Nice. Slowly lower. Okay, ready for a couple. Oh man, I'm so dark. Knees over toes here. Knees over toes. Roll up to your toes. Roll back down to your heels. Could you sink a little lower? Knees over toes. Sorry, come up to toes. Roll up on toes. Heels come down. Could your knees go a little further? One more time. Roll up to toes. Heels come down. Could you go a little further, knees over toes? Keep your heels heavy, stand up tall. Burn. We're gonna end up on the floor, so let's come back down. Heels stay heavy, knees push over toes.
Plie or not really? Like bum back?
Whatever you need to do to get to the lowest you can get. Then up on your toes, soft knee landing, extend your hips, untuck your toes, last sit back. Great. Quick, not quick, arm bars to start. Oh shoot, arm bars.
Don't worry, here we go.
So we're on the floor, you probably have a kettlebell close by, and if you don't, you could use your own body weight.
Hopefully you could get one hand delivered to you as well.
Hand delivery. We're gonna start with an arm bar each side. Come lie down. Find a nice kettlebell to start this with. We'll cuddle first. Roll towards your bell. Two-handed roll to your back. Two-handed press. Second arm reaches overhead. Use that hip extension to push into the floor. Roll yourself onto your side. Hook that foot for a second. Check in with everything. Is my shoulder packed? My wrist straight? Elbow straight? Then, head resting. When I'm ready, I might unhook that foot and move that knee away from center as I roll towards my stomach. I'm going to treat myself to a parallel leg because I just love it. And I'm going to breathe. And as we mentioned, we've been doing renovations. And this arm bar, slowly work your way to back to your back, is one of my favorite things to do. Two hands pulled down. Post-renovation or post-work or post-travel. It just feels
stretches
so
you
good.
open. It also doubles as a nice little Swiffer for the floor. So if we're a little bit dusty when we come up here, that's also why.
We might be. Cuddle, other side. Roll press, two hands. Arm comes overhead. Use that hip drive, extension. Roll to your side. Hook that foot, find stability first. Everything's organized. That top arm is really reaching long. Unhook when you're ready. Roll towards your stomach. Shoulder packed. Elbow straight. Breathing. Come back to those stacked hips. Foot finds the floor. Control to your back. Two hands. Bell pulls down. Back to that cuddle. From here, we're going to go into a quick plank. Do I seem excited about it? Good.
Hard style planks, high tension.
Hard style plank. Let's go from our hands today, because I'd like to advance this after this one. Hands underneath your shoulders, toes tuck, hips lift high in the air. Let's just get a nice down dog stretch for a second. Push your butt back. Try to press your heels into the floor. Push the floor away with your shoulders. Now you might have to adjust or step back a little bit. Start dropping your hips, scooping under, connecting your ribs and hips. Pull your shoulders down. Keep your elbows straight. Squeeze your butt. Pull the floor together underneath you. Imagine I come through the screen and try to move you for 5. Don't move. 4, 3, 2. Come on down. Ian's going to tell us how to warm up our butt. Our glutes.
Cool. Let's get on our sideline again, just like Lauren had us in that armbar movement. So on our side, with an arm overhead, and maybe a bent leg on the bottom to help stabilize, a little wider base. Now with that top leg, extend it at the knee and really lengthen it out. And can we do that internal and external rotation on the hip Lauren talked about from before? As I'm showing right here in the shadows, I have my heel heavy and an external rotation trying to show you my inseam forward. Then I'll internally rotate, my arch or my instep is flush to the floor, and then I'll lift up the heel, internally rotating the hip. Do you feel this hip holster?
So I always have a foot touching the floor.
Foot's touching the floor for one more rep of each. If your foot is flush on the floor, you're neutral. If you lift up or externally rotate, you can feel a little hip move.
I try not to roll open when I do that.
Right on. And then to close. And then back. Switch your side. We'll demonstrate on Lauren here for that second side. So Lauren mentioned the foot is going to stay on the floor. Yeah. So the bottom knee bends, help stabilize. An external rotation in the hip is if I were to take Lauren's femur bone here and roll it so the inseam faces you on the camera. The comment Lauren made here about not opening the hip is to keep the hip stacked. From this position, she'll get the arch flush to the floor. The instep or the big toe is going to stay heavy, and then internally rotating on the hip, which personally Lauren has a ton compared to her external rotation. From here, find the foot flush on the floor, and then one more rotation of externally rotating from the hip, lifting the toes towards the ceiling, and then get the foot flush for the last time. Lift up, internally rotating on the hip. How's that hip holster feeling up top here? And then back to a flush foot in the middle. And we're going to do one more set of that arm bar, a plank, and progress that move for one last time today.
Arm bar time. Roll back over. Get organized. Cuddle. Roll and press. 2 hands. Arm goes overhead. Push into the floor. Use that hip extension to roll. Packing shoulder. And now really think about that bottom arm overhead mobility.
Nice.
Is that bottom arm reaching almost past your bottom ear if allowed. And you're breathing. And you're trying to straighten that bottom arm elbow even. Reach energy out through its fingertips. And then reach out the bottom long leg too. So you have energy running from your whole long side on the bottom of the floor. Breathe. 2, 1. Come back to your back. 2 hands pull down. Same thing other side. Move around your bell appropriately.
As I was just trying to find a stretch, Lauren described it, acute it perfectly, trying to get that overhead arm a little bit more overhead to get that pec and that armpit, a nice little open vibe.
2-handed cuddle and press. Arm extend, so right away reach that arm long, long, long. Then push into the floor, to your side. Everything stacked and loaded. Breathe. When you're ready, rolling. But again, check in with that bottom arm. Is this side past your ear? Is your other leg long? Can you keep that elbow straight? Can you breathe and talk at the same time? 3, 2, then slowly to your back. Foot finds the floor. 2 hands pulls down. Cuddle. Let's go right back into our regular plank again from our hands. This time adding a little bonus, knowing we're going to do some cleans. I like to remove a hand from the floor. So, organize again. Put your hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up high. For this plank, I'm going to have a wider stance. Not wider, too much wider than my hips, but basically my swing stance, distance of my feet. Tuck my hips, drop into my plank. Hold. Squeeze glutes, brace abs. Bowl of water goes on your back. Don't spill it. Could you keep all that tension but shift your weight to one hand and take a hand off the floor? For 3, 2, hand goes back down. Shift weight over the other side. Pack shoulder. No twisting. Hold. 4, 3, 2. 2 hands down. Hold tension. 3, 2, and come down. Last glutes brought to you by Ian.
All right.
And then we'll stand up.
We'll do it together, and then we'll get more specific for the second time through. Let's get back to that arm bar sideline position. Bent knee on the bottom. Lengthen leg.
Bent knee.
Similar to our side plank, I guess, here. Now, start in an external rotation, turning the inseam forward or pivoting on that heel.
Of the top leg.
Of the top leg. From there, lift up. Is that it, Lauren?
External rotation?
Right. Is that it, Lauren?
Yes, that's all
wonderful. There's a difference here. Okay, go slow.
But let me do internal.
Now, if we internally rotate our leg, the way I am, kind of pivoting to the big toe, and then I'll lift. That's what I have. Lauren has more. Lower. Which side was easier for you? Don't do that one. Come back for the final one from me. That's internal rotation on my hip. And we're going to lengthen out the knee, internally rotate the hip, and for 1 repetition, lift up as safe high as you can, hold for 7 more seconds. Is your knee straight? And are you internally rotated or externally rotated on that hip? Now lift it for 10 more seconds. Lift higher.
I've been lifting.
Final one, I promise. Could you lift higher? Is your knee straight? Can you turn in or turn out your desired direction? And now straighten the knee and take time to slowly lower the leg. Slowly lower the leg to the ground. And then switch on the other side. I think that was pretty well done, right? Let us know. This lateral hip raise can be quite intense. How does it feel? Channeling our Jane Fonda here, we're going to bend the bottom knee. Pivot, externally rotating, showing that inseam forward, and lift up. Towards your safe up. Are your hips stacked? Then place that leg low.
You have to take it like
Next,
that.
Internally rotate on that hip. So pivoting to the big toe side. And then lift up. Most people, like myself, will find that harder. Strange athlete freaks like Lauren might not. And then slow down. Pick the direction that's harder. For me, that's that internal rotation on the hip. And we're going to hold it up for 2 sets of 10 seconds. Is the knee straight? Is the hip internally rotated? Are we reaching from our hips? Then lift it a little higher. 10, 9. Is it still internally rotated or X as Lauren is externally rotated? Is the knee straight for 5 more seconds? Could it lift 3 more seconds higher? And then take time and lengthen that to the floor. And relax.
Oh, yes.
Say hey to those hips.
Let's stand up.
Okay.
Take your time, no rules. Grab a little sip. Hope you have some water.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into our cleans back today. Working first on our 2-handed sheet cleans, 3 each side, with a squat variation in between. Sounds great.
Yes, it does.
Good. Yeah, I'm going to keep it pretty light today. So, this is my bell. I'm going to stand right over top of my bell. Sheet clean is our 2 hands zip straight up the body to rack. Hold. 2 hands unzip down. 3 each side. Hinge. Grip with 1 hand. Cuddle with the second. Pack. Zip. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Unzip. Straight down. Pause. Repack. Toes heavy. Zip. 3, 2, 1. Unzip. Last time. Pack. Up. Hold. 3, 2. Now I say unzip your coat because I want you to keep it close to your body. Up without.
And it's hot in here. You shouldn't be wearing a coat anyway today.
Hot. Same thing. Second side. Hinge. Grip. 1, 2. Cuddle. Zip. Rack. Vertical forearm. 3, 2. 2 hands. Unzip. Repack. Up. Ooh. Hold. Where are you going? 3, 2.
Trying to preload and falling over.
1 last time. Up. Hold. 3, 2, 1. 2 hands. Unzip. Up without. All right, some squat variations here. Let's first stand in our wide sumo stance with toes slightly pointed out. Tuck under those hips and slide down into your toaster not to get burned. I want you to push one leg away so that you go the other way. And I want that other leg, that knee, to go over your toe. So try to drive that knee over your toe. Now push the other leg away to go to the other side. And push this knee over the toe. Heels are heavy, toes are heavy, knees pushing out, sitting up tall. Again, drive away to sneak across. Maybe you're sneaking a bit lower each time. Driving the knee over the toe. 3, 2, boom. Push and load the other side. Stay low, knee over toe. One more time each way. Push away to go across. Both feet are still heavy. Heels are down. Well, I'm getting a bit more room here. Last one. Pushing across, staying low, creeping. I want you to come pull yourself back to center. Pull both legs. Then push away to stand up. Shake it off. We're going to come back to our cleans. Sorry, pokey. This time, single arm, but still a cheat clean. That means a hinge, single arm grip, zip up the body, unzip, straight down. I would recommend this is not your heaviest bell, but it can be heavy.
Could I just interject and ask Lauren to do 1/4 turn here? On your cleans, think of a super light hand that's going to be able to push through that kettlebell. Lauren's repeating 2 repetitions here. Look how quickly her arm comes through. She softens the grip and catches underneath of that kettlebell beautifully. Just 2 on the other side there. Show them what's up. Think about that very light grip. Punch your hand through that kettlebell. Awesome. Zip. Awesome. Do that. Be like Lauren. Do you, but be like Lauren.
3 each side. Stand over top of your bell.
And that way she has to do 5.
Single arm grip. Pardon?
That way you have to do 5.
Single arm grip. Hinge. Pull. Drive hand through. Hold. 3, 2. Unzip. Keep it tight. Pull. Zip. Unzip. One more. Pack. Pull. Hips. Unzip. Your arm is just an extension of your hips. It's your hips that get the bell there. The arm just guides it. Hinge. Grip. Pull. Unpull. I guess that's set down. Pack. Pull. And down. One more time. Pull. Keep that shoulder packed even when you're putting the bell down. Up without. Whew. Back to our squats again. Let's do one more version from our wide sumos here. This time we're gonna allow, we don't wanna get too burned, but we're gonna allow our butt to sit back versus being in that more tucked plie position. So we're gonna drive still. We're gonna push one leg away as we sit back onto that other side. Knee is still pushing over the toe. My chest is lifted. My butt's back a bit more now. I'm going to push into the floor to push myself back up tall and then sit back, knee over toe to the other side. For now, let's keep that flat foot. Let's try to keep that heavy foot on the floor. Push to go to the other side. Knee over toe. You're low. Other foot heavy. Pinky side down. Push the other way. One more time. Trying to work on that ankle mobility on that opposing side as it stays long and reaches over. Trying to keep my pinky side down over there. One last time, I believe, to be even. Pinky side heavy. Arch is still gripped on that side. I'm not rolling in. Up to center. Walk it back. Nice. This time, I would like to channel our stop cleans, meaning grip, pack, one full clean, through, park. I'll do that on the other side. Pack, pull, one full clean, through, park. Remembering that off arm as you go. 3 on one side though, don't change like I did. Hinge, grip bell, pack shoulder, pull, zip, through, and park. 2 more, pull, zip, hold, through and park. Last one, pull, zip, through and park. Up without. Yeah. Other side, hinge, grip, pull, zip, through, park, pull, zip, through, park. One more, pull, zip, through, park. Whew. Awesome.
I do like a good clean.
I do like a good clean too.
You hit that, feels that nice intensity on the abs, nice and strong. Squat time.
One more squat. I'd like to this time work on our full transfer of weight. So we'll be in our sumo, toes slightly out, tuck, sit. This is kind of more back to the first one. Push one leg to go knee over toe on the other side. As you're here, think about transferring that load like you could lift your long leg. Then toe ball heel to absorb the landing, slide low and across, extending the other leg, full transfer, hold, toe ball heel, pull yourself over, knee over toe, full transfer, hold. Now could you stand up, extend that leg, squeeze your cheek, push your hips through, knee over toe again, transfer, absorb, drive over, knee over toe, hold, hips through, stand up tall, knee over toe, one more. Control, pull. I'm pulling my legs together, it feels great. Knee over toe, transfer, straighten, maybe roll up to find a balance. Hold, 4, 3, 2, control descent, straight knee, then knee goes over the toe, pull across, transfer load, knee over toe, straighten, roll up, hold, 3, 2, knee stays straight as you descend, knee over toe, pull to center, and then pull together to stand up. Nice. One last clean through each side, continuous, continuous regular cleans. It looks like park, pull, zip, through, zip, through, park. Sound great? You don't have to say zip.
I was gonna say, sounds good. It looks zippy.
I just
Sounds
like it.
zippy.
Same thing, or those again. Here we go. Grip, pull, zip. 1, 2, off arm. 3, hold, brace, squeeze. Pretend we're gonna press next, which we are. Through and park. Same thing other side. 3, pull. 1. Off arm swings with you, both hips come through. Last one, once you're done, hold. Think about pressing. Through and park. All right. It's time to press. And we're gonna press a lot in a little amount of time. 3 minutes, every 30 seconds. No, every 15 seconds, we're gonna press 1 to 2 reps for 3 minutes. This is gonna be good for today. In 10 seconds, we're gonna go, so get a bell that you can press confidently but heavily. In 3 seconds, press it once on your right arm. Go, cheek clean, 1 press. Park. Same thing, 1 rep, second arm, hopefully you're left because I'm saying left. Hinge, left arm, 1 press. Park. 2 presses on our right arm in 5, or your first arm. 3, 2, 2 presses. Hinge. Second arm, 2 presses again. 3, 2, 2 presses. I should have clarified. We're pressing, so we're using that cheek clean to get it to the rack position. Maybe 3. Go. This will be the peak of the pyramid, 3s. In 3, 2, go. Another 3. And by peak of the pyramid, I meant there's 2 peaks. So there's 2 sets of 3s. If you can do 3 again, let's do 3. You could also drop a rep. Remember to breathe through that nose. Keep tension high on abs. 3, 2, last set of 3s. Not letting that bell fall down, but not being slow about your pull down either. We're back to 2s. Here we go, last minute. 2s. In 5 seconds, that second arm for another set of 2. 3, 2, 2s. And we have one more round of 1s on each side. In 3, that first arm, 2, single. Shaking it out. Last press today, 3, 2, 1. Press and park. Man.
That was a sneaky way to get in a lot of presses there, Lauren.
I was trying to do the math, but I can't talk at the same time. 1, 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12, times 2 is 24 presses.
Quite a bit in 2 minutes. Working that strength and endurance.
Very nice. Let's finish with a super quick hip flexor lunge. Yeah, hip flexor lunge. Come on down to find a knee and come to a lunge position, back toe ideally tucked. I know it's just so beautiful in here. Can't see my hips. Okay, I have nice level hips. You know it. Bola punches on straight. Level those hips, hike them, pull them down. Hike them, pull them down. Tuck them under, keep them level, keep it squeezed. Pull the floor together underneath you. Front foot pulls to the back foot. Stays tall, keep squeezed. Now pull so much on your front leg that you start drifting your knee over your toe, but your hips still stay forward. Pause there for a second. Relax all your cheeks. Now re-grip all your cheeks.
Saw squeeze.
Pull the floor together underneath you, like about these lines. Pull the floor together underneath you. That pushes that knee forward again. Keep squeezing all the cheeks. Drive the leg forward to go back. Keep it squeezed. Tall, tall, tall. And then relax all the cheeks. Pull the front leg underneath. Other leg comes up. Toes are tucked out the back. Bola punch hips. Hike it. Pull it. Tuck it. Squeeze it. Bop it. Pull the front leg to the back leg. Squeezing this cheek. Keep pulling that front leg so much that your knee drifts over your toe.
Maybe.
Now stay. Hips stay square forward. Now stay. And then relax the cheeks. Take a breath. Re-engage the cheeks. Keep pulling the front leg. Keep squeezing. Keep staying square. Then push the front leg forward to end up to tall. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. That was efficient too. Thanks so much for joining tonight. My name's Lauren. This is Ian. This is a side profile of our studio and the soon-to-be bigger studio for your viewing and participation pleasure.
So for those online, amazing, you're here. If you're doing it at home, fantastic. For those who are in Guelph, welcome. Check out barsandbells.com/book a class. and we'd love to have you here. Keep up your practice online, keep up your practice in the studio while you practice online, whatever you want. We love being here in the real world as well as online. And Lauren has worked real hard on this website, so
At least
we
check
really
it
want to
out.
make it work.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. That might be good too.
Yeah.
We'll see you in person or in the virtual reality.